Welcome to Popcorn Planet, and it's Nerd Wars. Wow, 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 wow. So excited to be here tonight. This is going to be a fun one. We're here. We taped this on Thursday night, and I loaded it later, but it was live Thursday night. You can always catch us live, the full show on Thursdays. Nerd Wars is back. So happy to be here and have some fun. We got some great guests. Let me introduce who's fighting this week. We got LB of the Lonely Banter. What's up, dude? Welcome to the show. How you feeling tonight?
Feeling mighty lonely tonight, but I'm with y'all, so I'm good.
Good. We're here to keep you less lonely. Excited to have you. If you haven't seen Lonely Banter's channel, he's got some really cool takes. Go check him out. Next up, Yellow Does It over from Yellow Does It. What up, Yellow? Making your debut on the official primetime Nerd Wars. How you feeling tonight?
I feel good. I'm pumped, baby. I'm ready to get in here and, take out whoever needs to be taken out and ascend to my proper place that was ripped away from me the last time I was on here.
All right, I look forward to it. And next we have he's 1-1 so far. He's fought every week just because he makes himself most available. Bravo, sir. Love it for him. Thank you so much for being here, Darth Daddy Lunga of the Grey Council. What's up, my man?
I'm what's called the fighting man's champion. I'm the one that comes out like Rocky. I keep fighting. I'm not gonna just hide and not defend. I'm gonna come out and fight. And listen, it's not easy for me. Last week it's Jody, then it's you. Matter of fact, wait a minute. I fought you the first week, then Jody, then you.
You were so excited the first time. You're like, all right, I'm gonna beat him finally. And then we got a tie. Like, all right, damn, this might be a fight. But I'd rather it be a fight. If I'm gonna lose, I want to lose like I had a fighting chance.
Yeah.
But there you go. I'm gonna be fighting Lunga because Damien was supposed to be here and he has to work. It's all right. Let's do this. All right, cool. I'm excited. And then Chris, my man, my Alfred is here to help behind the scenes. Keep the timers and stuff going. All right, so this is how this new show works. We have 10 minutes on the clock. Sorry I can't get it up there. Usually I have it on there, but Chris will keep track. He'll give us warnings every minute, so you'll hear him, and then he'll give us a 30-second timer at the end, like 30-second warning and a 10-second. You got that, Chris? We will be fighting in that time zone. At the end at 10 minutes, we will decide a winner. Whoever is not fighting will be the judges, and then the audience will be the next tiebreaker if we need it. So and we'll have a straw poll out. You can get those ready. Yes, Chris? We'll have a straw polls. All right, he's got them ready. Yeah. He'll be sharing them as we go. And then the winner of those two rounds will go head-to-head on a blind fight that Chris will have you guys be voting for. So that'll come up soon. You guys get to vote on what the final round is. Any questions, anybody? All right, let's have some fun. Let's do some Nerd Wars. Excited to be here. Let's do it. First up, let's do LB versus Yellow, okay? So Darth, Daddy, Lunga, Chris, turn off your cameras. So let me hide non-video. There we go. Got it. There we go. Sorry, I had to hide the non-video. Here we go. All right, we got our first two competitors. And this came in from one of our fans. I'm sorry, I forget who. This was weeks ago. You guys made a super chat, and I forgot to. In fact, there was another super chat. I want to forget. This came in from K-Dots. Thank you, K-Dots. Why wait for years to finally say people were being racist to me? Well, it's because a movie that he has a bigger role in is coming out. All this drama over one movie. This is ridiculous drama for DC. Thank you, K-Dots. It's correct. If you didn't watch our Yay Fisher video earlier, go check it out. We were talking about it. But K-Dots, thank you for getting that over, and facts. You guys, if you want to get involved, you can super chat over your thoughts. Get it in before the 10 minutes is up, and we'll include your comments into the judging. All right, let's do this, guys. 10 minutes on the clock. Chris, I got it too. Let's get ready. Round one, the topic is going to be better villains, DC or Marvel. And we're going to go broad, anywhere, not just movies. Overall, you can talk about whichever ones you want. Who has the better villains, DC or Marvel? LB, who are you choosing?
I'm choosing Marvel.
Whoo. All right, Yellow, that means you're picking?
I got DC, baby.
All right, who wants to start?
Go ahead, LB. You good to go first, man. Why don't you go ahead and show me how it's done.
Oh, you sending me first. All right, well, let's do this.
All right, hold on. Clock starts in 3, 2, 1, go! Nerd War.
All right, so most people watch movies. No one reads comics anymore, comic book people. So let's talk about the movies here. I can name on one hand the only good villains in all of the DC movies. We got Joker and Joker. That's it. And we could talk about the memorable villains in the DC. We got Joker, and the Joker that everybody hates. The rest of them, whatever. Like, seriously, you got Steppenwolf in Justice League. Who remembers him? Whoever the villain was in Wonder Woman, who remembers that villain? Zod in the multiple movies he's been in, Who cares? Lex Luthor, blah. Wasn't Richard Pryor a villain too? My homie on the other side here, he's going to bring up Joker in the animated series and talk about animated characters and comic book characters. But I'm willing to bet most of y'all ain't read none of these comics. So I'm giving you the movie point of view. So we're going to talk about Marvel movies. We got Thanos, Magneto, both editions of Magneto. We got both of those. Let's see. We can talk about Civil War's villain. What's his name? Forgot his name. But
that's not a good sign.
That ain't even a good argument because I can't remember his name right now. But okay, we got Killmonger. We got Kingpin from Daredevil. We could use Cottonmouth from Luke Cage TV show. We can use Purple Man from Jessica Jones. We can go all the way back to the original X-Men movies and DC. Nah, I don't think they could do that, bro. I mean, what?
All right, Yellow. I want to get you in, Yellow. Go ahead, Yellow. Your turn.
All right, man. I don't want to. I'm not gonna. LB was right about one thing. I'm not just gonna talk about movies because if I just talk about movies, then Marvel has no advantage in this fight at all. Here's the thing about MCU villains. They're literally just negative copies. They're the carbon copy of their protagonist. They don't actually challenge their protagonists in any viable way. They don't challenge the way that they think. They don't challenge them to grow as a character. They're just there to do the same thing that the protagonist is doing to them back, but for some reason they're stronger, and then the protagonist wins because of, like, I don't know, friendship or something. Who cares? Zod, you brought up Zod. You said Zod was like, no one cares about him. Zod made Superman break the one rule that Superman doesn't break. He forced him to. In that movie, Man of Steel, that everybody pans is terrible, which is actually a good flick. I mean, go check it out for yourself. Tell me how you feel about it. Don't go watch Justice League. Go watch Man of Steel. Who else did you mention? Magneto. Magneto, one of the greatest Marvel characters in the history of Marvel characters. He's such a bad villain that he always ends up being an anti-hero, and he always ends up helping the good guys at the end of the movie, right? I mean, let's be serious. Like, when did you go into an X-Men movie and see Magneto just be a bad guy?
7 minutes.
Right.
7 minutes
Thank
left.
you
Keep
very
going,
much.
guys. Just 7 minute counter.
So what I want to talk about, though, is I want to talk about the panacea of DC villains that have changed the way these movies are looked at. Yes, the Joker is the pinnacle of DC villains. As my favorite fictional character of all time, not only does he challenge his bad guy, he challenges the way the bad guy thinks, or his good guy, I should say. He challenges Batman in every possible way. The themes of Batman. Batman has these rules. Joker has no rules. Batman doesn't have a line. Batman has a line that he won't cross. Joker puts him in positions where he has to cross that line in order to survive. Yes, Batman has the ultimate plot armor, where he doesn't end up having to actually cross that line, but Joker does put him in those positions. Then we have, just Batman alone has some of the greatest villains that you'll ever see. We desperately need a Mr. Freeze movie.
6 minutes.
So that we can see that guy do the things that he does in the way that he challenges Batman, because he doesn't I'm not just a bad guy who wants to destroy the city and freeze it. I'm trying to save my wife. Everybody in the world can relate with a dying spouse and everything that you would do to try and make sure that she lives. You can come up with a cure. You're so close. You just have to freeze the entire city to keep her alive long enough so that you can administer the cure to her. That is something that needs to be explored in the movies and in television.
All right, I want you to focus on your main. Pick three. Who are the three that we're fighting on? Because you got three of their best villains versus the three best villains. We'll start with you, LB. Who are you going with?
Thanos, Magneto, and I'll say Doc Ock from Spider-Man.
All right, Yellow.
Joker, Reverse Flash,
5 minutes.
and Brainiac.
Huh. All right, let's hear it out. Why? You took all of your villains and you picked three. Let's fight it out. Go ahead. Either or. Go for it. Free for all.
I'll start with Brainiac here. I just want to say this. See, Superman is super strong. That's what he does. He's the most powerful thing that has ever existed. Nobody can beat him up. Brainiac will always find a way to stop Superman in his tracks. There is nothing but cold, calm logic that Brainiac uses to create a scenario where Superman will lose. He has to hurt something. He has to do something that he doesn't want to do in order to succeed. And that is the most
next.
interesting storytelling that ever
Quicker,
comes out.
go. We have 4 minutes left. Yeah, LB. Who do you, Brainiac? Thoughts on that versus who do you want to pick there? You got 4 minutes, guys.
So I'm supposed to go with that. I'll talk about mine.
Yeah, I'm trying I'm pausing for a second. I'm just trying to get some form because if we just do general every villain in the world, this is gonna never take. You got 4 minutes on the clock. I've made you list your 3. Why are they better than the 3 he listed?
All right. For one, let's talk about Thanos. Thanos actually accomplished his goal of, with the Infinity Gauntlet. Magneto, although you call him an anti-hero, I don't really look at him as an anti-hero because he kills people, he kills humans and all that stuff. And then, like I said, Brainiac, to me, he's just a boring villain. Doc Ock, he's a scientist. I mean, to me, like for watching Spider-Man 2, he was it's a spirit. I mean, like he challenged Spider-Man in the movie to do things that he didn't want to do. And what was the other one that you mentioned?
Reverse Flash.
What was the other one that you mentioned?
I said Thanos, Doc Ock, and Magneto.
Swag.
And Reverse Flash, you mentioned earlier on like how Marvel's villains are all carbon copies of the hero, but you just mentioned carbon copies of the heroes.
Reverse Flash is one of the greatest villains because of this one thing right here. He
3
went
minutes.
back in time to kill his protagonist's mother so that he could then exist. He said, no, I have to do this because if I don't do this, then he doesn't become the Flash and I don't get to become the Reverse Flash. That's one of the greatest storytelling mechanisms that I think that I've ever seen in the history of anything. But when you talk about villains, the most iconic villain in the history of comic books is the Joker, fam. And not only is he so iconic that he has everything from animated cartoon shows to video games to multiple movies where they have all been absolutely amazing.
But
Then he also in the comic books gets to become the good guy and beat Batman in that way. He became the White Knight recently and beat Batman.
Go ahead, LB, and then I have a question.
But to me, like you said, that Marvel's villains are basically carbon copies of the heroes, but then that was your whole argument there.
In the movie specifically, yes, they are all just carbon copies of the hero, which makes it super boring. The only interesting villains out there you didn't name, Killmonger, who wasn't a carbon copy. He completely challenged the way how T'Challa had to look at the world and left his mark on that world. Right, great Marvel villain. You didn't choose him. I'm sorry that you didn't happen to do that. But for the most part, they're all just Iron Man 2, Ant-Man 2, Doctor Strange 2.
I don't know. Yeah,
they just mad trash here because
hold on, Yellow. Let him go. LB, go.
No, I was just saying you're not convincing me here because that's what you said originally. Like you used the carbon copy example against me, but then use it for your examples. I mean, outside of Joker,
carbon copy because he's the greatest carbon copy villain in the history of all comic books. The reverse.
Hold on. I need to hear LB. I heard you, Yellow. Go, LB, go.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
No, I mean, if you let him talk, he's going to win. You got to talk, man.
He said go ahead. I don't know. This is the thing that villain has to do.
I don't need to hear from you. Shut up, Yellow. LB, talk.
He told me to talk. I'm sorry. Go ahead, LB.
Overall, like if I'm talking movies, Thanos is the only one out of all the movies in all the comic book movies that accomplished his goal. So, Joker, Dark Knight, and maybe the first Batman movie, he was a joke. Like, what did he really do? And Reverse Flash and Brainiac, like I mean, like I said, you use that as an example against me, but you use that as an example. So that don't work for me. So Thanos, Doc Ock, and Magneto far superior villains to the ones that you mentioned.
30 seconds. Anybody to use the time wisely.
Here's the thing that a villain has to do. A villain has to not only make you as the audience think that he might have a point, he has to challenge the hero in every single aspect of their life. And that's something that none of those villains that you talk about actually did.
10,
Thanos got
9, 8, 7.
All right, hold on,
10.
Chris.
I thought you said time. Sorry. Thanos got time heisted back out of everything that he did was time heisted away.
Time.
All right, there it is. Ding, ding, ding. So I have it on the shared screen, Chris. You can see it there. I realized I can have it up for you guys to see it. If you go to shared screen, you'll see the timer.
God damn it.
So, all right. Bravo. Round of applause to people watching. These guys didn't have time to prep. We threw it at him. If I have to prep the show and get everybody, you're not going to get this show. It's too much work figuring out, which topics. It's a headache. This is going to be off the cuff fun. Sometimes they're going to be fire. Sometimes they're going to be Sometimes they might suck. But I would say this was
how you talking about
this would be this was pretty good.
How you framing this?
I liked it. I just want to make sure everyone knows that. Yeah, exactly. As someone said, they had all those years in the womb to prep. This is the nerd knowledge from the beginning. All right. So based off of the arguments, Lunga, you and I will vote, and then put the straw poll out, Chris. That way we can get their vote as well. All right. So based off of those arguments, look, I think LB, you actually had some really good points, and you had them. I was glad you pulled out some good villains. Purple Man, Kingpin. You did. You listed some good ones. I was worried. And you got Yellow. Yellow, your dumbest thing was picking a villain that was the same criticism you were giving, that they were a copycat villain. Even if they're the best, Reverse Flash is not one I would put on the list. He's just evil Flash. So he had you on that point. However, at the end of the day, I think Yellow's experience at the show helped him a bit, because LB got a little stuck there at the end and didn't use his time as wisely to get the points out. I think overall the arguments were a little stronger, especially in the second half from Yellow, just because he got more in, which is a tactic. Lunga, where do you stand?
Yeah, I mean, Yellow had more right off the bat knowledge. It seemed like what he was talking about. LB put up a good front. He talked about the big names, especially from the movies. Everyone knows you had your headliner Thanos, you had your headliner Magneto. He forgot Ultron. That one
I wouldn't have put Ultron either. Yeah, exactly. I'm with that.
But he was talking about
Ultron was a shitty villain.
Civil War, Nemo, yeah.
Nemo, we forgot. Baron Zemo is who it was.
Finding Nemo, yes.
He couldn't find Zemo.
But he did forget the name of the villain.
It happens to the best of us.
Defending, then you don't mention it. You go on. But at any rate, I thought Yellow just presented a more cohesive knowledge of the villains and how they not just, hey, they're a cool villain, they're fun, but how they interact with their heroes, rather than, LB was just pointing out more than negatives of the other ones rather than the positives of Marvel.
All right, and it looks like the audience agrees as the votes are starting to trickle in. Yellow, you took it. You get the first round. Congratulations. But LB, I really, you have the knowledge. I know you know the stuff.
I was set up.
Yeah. It's hard getting thrown. And then Yellow's like, you go first. He's never even done this before. So please come back.
He's on to me.
We'll give you another angle.
Listen.
Bravo. Now, LB, you get to help judge, okay? So sit back, enjoy.
Yeah.
You get to listen to the next one, and you get to judge Lunga and I after we just judged you. So I'm glad we agreed
Listen,
on this.
I got to fight Yellow every day on our show, LB. So just have fun
Hey,
with it.
I was set up, and I'm running with that to my grave.
Fair enough. All right, round 2 is now in the books. Yellow and LB, just turn off your cameras so you're not on the frame. It'll be Lunga versus me. You just stop your video. Stay on, but just stop your video, and you'll disappear from my feed there. There you go. All right, we have a new topic.
You said you had the timer on the shared screen?
Yeah, you don't see it?
No, I see a Cinema Blend article.
Oh, it's only showing
Yeah,
you
it's
that?
still a Cinnamon Blood article.
Oh, hold on. Wait, bear with me 1 second. Share.
Duolunga.
Hold on.
I see 2 of you.
Coming.
2 of me.
All right, there it is. Now you guys see it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, now you guys will see the timer. We'll all see it, which is nice, and then I
I
can
don't know
cut
why
to
you don't just use the Windows one.
I don't know. This is easier. All right. Myra, thank you. I'm on break, so I missed the first part. We'll catch up on the replay, but sending love and support. Yay, Fisher is an effing liar. Thank you, Myra. Yeah, I agree. Again, don't forget, biggest donor so far, I guess it was K-Dots.
K-Dots, yeah.
K-Dots, you're the winner so far. If you're going to get the janitor prize, somebody out there, give a bigger donation, and you will get the janitor prize pack. You have through the whole stream. And don't forget, in an hour, we are watching where did I put it? The janitor is happening. If you missed the live stream, it'll be there for members only. You can always go to the community tab and watch it, so stay tuned. I'll put it at the end of this video, too.
Should we put out the vote for the final topic yet?
Yeah, put out the vote right now. It's a perfect time. Good call. Vote for the final topic is going to be there. As we're fighting this, you guys can pick the final round, which will be a blind topic for Yellow and whoever wins this battle. All right, you ready, Lunga? We are going to do best. Is it wife? Just best partner?
Best wife. Who would you want to be your wife?
Who would you want as your partner?
And the kids come with it. And
everything comes with it. Best partner:
Right.
Marge Simpson versus Lois Griffin. Whoo! All right, Lunga, who you picking?
I'm going with Lois. I'm going with the redheaded firebrand
Yeah.
of Quahog.
And I gotta get her. Oh, she's in the back. Of course I wasn't. She fell. I gotta go with my blue-haired beauty, Marge Simpson. This is a round for who suggested this? Steph. Oh, I got to.
No, this was the winner of the contest, the giveaway.
Oh, good. Okay, good.
Is who this was.
All right. Well, let's do this. Here we go. David's asking what the biggest donation is. You got to bid the biggest, so that you got to drop the biggest donation, David. So you have it. And that way no one can beat it. Or I think the biggest was $10 so far, though.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Lois versus Marge. Who would you rather be your partner? You want to start or you want me to start?
Flip a coin. I don't care.
Okay, you're Jay.
Yeah, get your-
Use my devil's cube. You're Jay.
Okay.
A. That means I go first? Okay, here we go.
Go ahead.
Time starts. Let's nerd war. Boom. All right, look. Lois Griffin is the worst mom of the two. She's just such a she sits there and lets Peter get away with it all, but which is, I guess, they both have that same problem. However, my biggest problem with Lois is that she just has she just serves no purpose aside from being hot. You said it in the beginning. She's like the hot red kid. The dog wants to do her. Chris wants to do her. I feel like they don't really ever give her anything else to do, but Peter is really all Lois ever gets to do. On top of that, she's raised the worst kids possible, which I'm going to save and get more into. But overall, Marge, on the other hand, is such a sweet person, supportive of Homer, such a buffoon, but doesn't just be a pushover. She left Homer and copied over their marriage tape to prove to him that he needs to change. She has a backbone as well, and she is raising two wonderful children. Lunga, your turn.
Listen, man, listen, I know you want to go on this about how she's just this wonderful mother, wonderful this. Listen, she comes from a rich family. She married a fat slob. You can tell this woman is depressed. She's a Stepford wife. She just sits at home, oblivious to what's going on around her, just says the random lines of, oh, I love you guys. Oh, I love you guys. Her son's a juvenile delinquent. Don't talk to me about worst kids ever, okay? Her son is a juvenile delinquent. Every show starts with him writing on a chalkboard what he did wrong for the day, okay? He's a juvenile delinquent. He completely insults his father every day. She sits there and watches her father abuse Bart and choke him out every single day and does nothing for it. I mean, can we mention when she went on steroids and she basically sexually assaulted Homer? He said no, and she took advantage of that. I mean, are we forgetting what she did to him? No. Lois, on the other hand, is supportive of Peter, even though his buffoonery. She is supportive of him. And not only that, she shows that she actually wants to be with him with, yes, sex. I'm sorry. Sex is an important part of a relationship. She shows him she cares for him. She wants to be there for him. And she takes and she shows active interest in their relationship. Whereas Marge, on the other hand, is just sitting there oblivious to everything that's going on around her. Lois, the kids are the kids.
The kids are the kids. All right, so you want to talk about raising juvenile delinquents? How about raising serial killers? Look, there's only one kid who's going to out-Trump even Bart, and that's Stewie. In fact, they put the two together, and Bart was so horrified by Stewie that he literally was like, I got to get out of here. So you want to talk about juvenile delinquents? Let's talk about the kids, shall we? Yeah, great. We got Stewie, who's a serial killer, who's a baby. Marge has a baby named Maggie. Maggie doesn't go off on adventures with Santa's little helper or doing train rides and stuff with the dog. No, Maggie's always watched by Marge because she's a good mother. Okay, you got Lisa, who let's why is they even a fight? Who doesn't want Lisa as a kid? She might be a little annoying, but she's going to be president and she's going to support her in your old age. So of course I want Lisa as my child. All right, you got Bart. Bart's a troublemaker. Yeah, so was I. Who's not a little bit of a troublemaker? Yeah, I want to put a smoke bomb in the toilet and make fun of Skinner. Skinner is a loser. Milhouse is a loser. Who does Bart not make fun of that? You're not like, yeah, Bart's pretty on top of it. Dude, Stewie's a serial killer. Chris wants to sleep probably with his mom and everybody in the world. And how about Meg? You want to talk about Meg? Talk about abusing a child. How that poor girl Meg, they want to raise her as a whore. I mean, there's a scene where they tried to hook up Chris and Lois. They tried to make Meg and Chris hook up. I mean, Lois is atrocious of a person.
We're talking about a family that every Halloween is killing each other. Okay, the Simpsons. You seem to forget that. You seem to forget Maggie walking around with a knife killing people. Oh, who's the serial killer? The quiet ones are the ones you got to worry about. Stewie is coming to his own. He's a genius at a young age, and he needs guidance. He's a very young child. He needs to learn how to use that brain, and he will be taught. And you seem to forget that it takes two to raise children. Okay, you can't put it all on Lois. Okay, look what she has to deal with a husband. Okay?
Oh,
So
you mean
okay.
like Lois doesn't have a carbon copy of her husband?
No. Here's the thing. Homer's just stupid. Peter is stupid and fucks everything up. Excuse my language. Messes everything up. He causes major problems. She has more to do with.
Wait, I'm sorry. Peter. Are you talking Peter or Homer? Because they're the same.
No, they're not.
Yes, they
Homer's
are.
just dumb.
They proved it when they met. They're literally the same person.
No.
Peter just goes on more non sequiturs.
They're different. No. Homer does not do things to intentionally harm people. Peter does. Okay, that's the difference. Peter intentionally does things.
So you're defending the woman who chose the worst husband. That's what you're saying?
I'm defending the woman who still manages to raise a family with the man like that. That's what I'm defending. That woman is a saint.
5 minutes.
Idolized. That woman, you don't know what she's dealing with being with Peter, and yet she still manages. Whereas Marge, on the other hand, I'm guarantee you, there's a flask under her couch. She's drinking. She's drinking just to survive this marriage.
Dude, you talking about
and that's what's going on.
Marge is there for the family. She's there for Homer, who is a buffoon, and we haven't talked about sexy. Only one of these two has actually been in Playboy, and it's this beauty right here. First of all, Marge is sweet. She's and it was down. Haven't you seen the hair down? It is looks good.
How about, are we going to mention that she's an ex-con? Are you forgetting that Marge went to prison? Are you forgetting this? Where was she taking care of kids from prison? Did you forget about that episode, Andy?
Yes, she got help. First of all, you said she came from a.
prison,
You also
Andy.
you also said she came from a rich
taking care of
family.
children?
No, she didn't come. Have you seen her?
Andy.
She didn't come
She's
from a
an
rich family. What are you
ex-con
talking about?
And not only that, as far as defending the family, have you seen Lois fight? She could kick Marge's butt.
Dude,
and anyone.
Marge
that
was
came
a
after her
cop.
family.
4 minutes.
Marge was a
Doesn't matter if
cop.
She was a cop. Lois could kick her butt.
No.
In it.
Look, at the end of the day, Lois is always annoyed with Peter. Marge is disappointed. There's a difference. I would rather have my I would rather have my partner
You can't
be
even say that
annoyed.
with a straight
I'd
face.
rather my partner be annoyed than constantly disappointed in me.
Annoyed,
And
right.
so it's like that's the difference. On top of that, I want a partner who is going to take care of my kids, and they did not take care of Meg. You want to talk parenting? It's not even a question. Are you really going to fight me on who's the better parent, or can we at least cross that one off the list? Marge wins the best parent.
Hey, we said better. We said better. Who would you rather be
Yeah,
with?
kids
okay?
come
And
with
listen,
both of them.
Listen, no. I would
Whose
rather be with
kids would
someone
you
that-
rather have?
Who's what?
Whose kids would you rather have? You want that serial
Whose kids would
killer
you rather have?
time
Here's the
machine
difference.
Stewie
My
to
children would-
constantly
would-
try and
would
strangle
vote-
you?
Listen, my children with Lois.
You want
would be
Chris
the
to
best kids
rub
ever.
one
You know
off when
why?
you're
'Cause
sleeping?
I'm not Peter Griffin.
3 minutes.
Now, your children with Marge would probably be the same.
No.
That's the
If I'm going to
difference.
have a partner, it comes with the kids, and I want her kids. If I got to deal with,
Want her
if I want to deal with Bart, I'll deal with Bart.
Okay.
You can
Well,
put
if
him in
you wanna do
detention.
that,
Go to your
I'll
room,
take
Bart.
Lois. You know why? 2 of her kids are pretty much almost already grown. The other ones are still in grammar school.
No, dude, you are going to get murdered by her kids. You're going to get, I don't want to say the word, but Chris is going to enjoy himself on you. And then Meg is going to, what is Meg going to do? Holy crap, I don't want to be anywhere near Meg and the sadness,
Your whole
the depression that
argument
Meg
the
is through.
kids. Your whole
No,
argument
well, I'm just
is
saying
the
I
kids,
win the kids.
Forgetting that there's a father that's an influence on
Now
them.
look at let's go to the father thing. But I won the kids is what I wanted to say. But now let's talk of the
not win the
husbands.
kids.
Homer, Peter is worse of a person, and Lois just deals with it. I don't want just a complete pushover. I don't want to deal with someone who's just going to let me break the law. No, Marge has a backbone, and she's supportive. There's no one more supportive than Marge Simpson. She's there through thick and thin, through all of it. She
2
takes
minutes.
care of her man. She
She's
cooks
not
for him.
supportive.
She
She's not
cleans.
supportive. She's in a daze.
No, she cooks,
She's in a
cleans.
daze.
She's
She
always
doesn't
there
even
with
know
a
what's
smile on her
happening half
face.
the time.
Hey, how was your day? Everyone else around her is more depressed. Sure, there's days where she gets depressed. She got depressed when they went to the Scorpio village and she couldn't clean. That's the one time she started drinking and got depressed. No, she loves taking care of her family.
She also got Homer thrown. Not only was she in jail, she got Homer thrown in jail once.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
they've had some
Lois-
serious. They've both had some stupid plot lines. They've had more to do.
No,
Let's be honest.
but that's what happened. That's what happened. Okay, that's what happened. Now your whole argument hinges on the kids, not who's the best wife, not who would you rather be with. Your argument is the kids, and you want to say, oh, when you forget there's 2 people that raise those children. So you know what? You cannot put all of that on Lois. I'm sorry, you can't. that there's Peter that's involved with that. So the argument with the kids does not win this day for you. All it does is show that you have two bad parents.
Andy, you just got rid of the timer for me.
That's what it
you
shows.
guys can't see it, but I'm gonna share it. This is why she's the best.
Andy,
Hey,
you got rid of the timer. I
Ooh,
can't
look
see
at
the
that.
timer.
I
Don't
relax,
make
Chris.
Me pull up stuff.
Yeah.
Don't make me pull up stuff. Okay, don't make me pull up stuff because I guarantee you Lois will win that company.
50 seconds.
Marge is sexier. Marge is more supportive. Marge is a
not.
better
She wears
mother.
blue hair like an old lady.
Yeah, I kind of dig it. Did you see it with the hair down? I put a shot of her hair down, handing out cookies. That's what I want. I want a partner who's going to be there, but also fight back when you need to and support you through thick and thin.
I have watched Lisa or Maggie have Halloween.
30 seconds.
Every year they kill people, dude.
Oh, that's
Every
not
year
part of the
this-
canon. That's not part of canon.
No, you can. It's just part of the canon.
No,
Yes,
it is not. That is a
Yes, it
one-off
is.
universe,
It
just
is
like the
part of
stupid
canon.
Star Wars movies that
It's
your
part
Lois was
of the
in.
canon.
Those
It is part of the
unfunny,
canon. You
abysmal
cannot deny this.
atrocities.
They do that.
That
stuff.
is not
They
part
do
of the
that
canon.
stuff. They do it all the time.
10 seconds.
They get one time a year where they celebrate Halloween.
Lois is hotter.
Hey,
Lois
Peanut!
is better.
Hey, Peanut! Can you imagine? Hey, Peanut!
Better.
Hey,
She's more
Peanut!
supportive.
Hey,
She
Peanut!
makes
Hey,
her
Peanut!
Time.
wanted.
Wow, bravo! Good
That
job.
was awesome, guys.
Woo! All right, well, at least that was fun. All right, well, now it's up for the judging of our two guests. Come on back in, LB and Yellow. All right, now, based on the arguments, let's put the vote out there, Chris. Based on the arguments, where do you guys stand? Yellow, do you want to express where you thought won based on the arguments?
Listen, all right, guys, look, you both came out strong, okay? You came out with some heaters. When we were talking about the children, I feel like you both won points, you both lost some points. But when we talk about being the best wife, I got to give it to Lois. Lois comes out on top on wife. She's the one I want next to me in some of those hard times.
But it's based
Is
off
that
of the
your bias
arguments.
or
Yeah, what do you
based on
mean?
the argument?
What the hell does that mean?
No, but the
based
arguments
off of what you
arguments
heard.
that Lunga made.
Stop
The
influencing
arguments
each
that
other.
No,
Lunga made.
that we
True,
said the
though.
judge is
The
about.
arguments that Lunga made. Lunga
So
said
tell
Lois
us.
can fight. Lois can fight. Lois takes care of the kids better. Lois is more
Ride
supportive
or
of her
die.
man.
Ride or die.
That's just how. That's just how
It
it felt.
sounds like a little biased to
But,
me, but it is what it is. All right, LB, he wasn't even paying attention.
But
LB, where do you
ultimately, yeah,
stand?
It's gonna have to go to Lois.
I feel like after hearing these arguments that I need to call Child Protective Services tomorrow.
Both of these chicks got to get
Like,
locked.
I need to leave the stream right now and call the Child Protective Services on Marge because Lunga had me thinking that those kids don't need to be around Marge Simpson at all. And we all know how dumb Homer is. So, you know, I'm going with Lunga, man. Like you use the Stewie argument, but like Stewie don't play that mess around Lois. As far as from what I remember about Family Guy, he don't act like that when Lois is around. He only act like that when she's not around. So he know better. He know better.
We watch Andy vote.
Yeah. Can we mention how Andy tried to influence the judges in the audience with Marge porn in the middle of the battle?
Yeah, that was
Right.
crazy. That was crazy.
It wasn't porn.
That
It was
crazy.
Playboy. That's not porn.
And it almost worked.
Uh,
Well,
She
even
looked
the
good.
audience has spoken, Andy.
yeah,
She
well, we're
looked
looking at the
good.
votes. Everyone has the chance to vote. Of course, I vote for you. You guys can vote
Yeah,
too.
I voted for myself.
Go
too.
vote.
I mean, I'm
Exactly.
not-
Go vote. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter because I was just showing what the audience did because we've already had two judges. I still just don't understand. I lost. I'll take the L.
I disagree as
I
well.
totally understand how she's the better parent. I mean, you can pick the sexiness. You can go everything. My God, dude, she's raising a serial killing baby, a dude who jerks off and everything, and they abuse their
That's a
daughter.
one-off,
That is
man. That's a
that is
one-off.
all three of those
You're
kids
looking at
need
this-
massive
You look at
therapy.
this from a family man's perspective. You got to look at it from a lonely nerd watching cartoon perspective. They want the hotter one.
I mean, if I win anything, it's guys. Lois is a
That was a
terrible
great
mom.
argument. That would have been a great.
It is
argument.
not
Too
okay.
bad
I
you
want
didn't.
everyone out there be careful. That's not how you raise kids with Lois. She's not a good role model in the slightest. Plus, I forgot my point. If she lets them hang around a pedophile all the time with Quagmire.
Yeah. and Herbert.
Grandma's not
And
a
don't
pedo.
forget
My
Herbert.
God. I thought I at least would win on the mom
is.
points.
Kind of is. And then there's the old man
Have LB
Herbert.
say, well, you lost because Marge needs her kids. Wow, what based off of what? Anyway, but all right, that means we got Lunga versus Yellow in the finals.
All Great Council final.
It
Oh,
is
and this is gonna be. I mean, we'll give him a couple more seconds to vote for the last topic?
Oh yeah, I mean this is neck and neck. This
Oh,
can
what's
go
the
either
final
way.
topic? Here
yeah,
we go.
it's
All right.
close. It's only 2 votes apart now.
All right, last chance to vote for the final topics, guys.
No, for the final topic. No.
Oh, final
the
topics?
round's done.
No,
was
oh
pretty-
no, there's one.
pretty
No,
ex-
no,
What?
you got a huge one.
That was a
How
clear winner.
good?
Yeah.
How good
No,
is
clear
Marge
winner.
a parent?
Clear winner,
we're
actually.
clear
There we
winner.
go.
How good of a parent is Marge if Bart never learns his lesson?
Well, he's 8. That happens for a lot of 8-year-olds. How
It
good is
started
it?
out that
how-
way. He's writing on the
You
board
think-
every day.
You
of
think
something he
Chris
does
or
wrong.
what are Chris and Meg learning?
Chris is learning to be a man.
There you go. There you go. He's learning to be a man.
I think Bart will learn that later. He's just 8 because he's not there yet.
You know what's Meg learning? Don't trust men. That's what Meg is
Yeah,
learning.
Meg's-
Look at her
Meg's-
look at the way her father treats
Meg
her.
needs a
Learn to
lot of
don't trust
therapy.
men.
Yes.
Literally,
That's
Lois
true.
tried to have Meg and Chris hook up. I'm just saying that's where we're at.
Yeah, and the Stewie the Untold movie.
I
Yep.
mean,
I mean that happens in like Utah and stuff.
oh jeez.
Oh.
No.
I mean, we are talking
No,
about the
it
show
doesn't.
that the biggest moral compass on the show is the dog. So
It's
I mean,
true.
Yeah,
Which
that's
makes no sense. All right, here we go. We got the final topic. The fans
Oh,
have
it
voted.
finally got chosen.
Finally, we put this up there, and it finally got picked. Here it was. Which male Lord of the Rings character would you want to see in a full frontal nude scene?
Man,
That's crazy.
Well, we can have fun with this.
It doesn't have.
what y'all got me in, man?
Now hold on. When we say
The fans
character, we
picked
talk
it.
any character.
Yeah, I don't want it to be
Any
women.
male character.
No women.
Villain,
Gollum
yes,
counts.
anyone.
Yeah,
Any
any
male
orcs.
character.
Just keep it like male. I don't want to. Let's not make it super
What?
sexy.
Hold on. We're not just gonna dismiss the women. What kind of show are we running?
No, I don't want two
That's
dudes. I don't want two dudes
female
saying they want to see the
characters.
box of it. Yeah, no, we're not going there. It's pick. It's funnier if we pick the dudes. Male. But that includes any orcs or whatever. You can go there. Yeah, all of that still counts. All right, here we go. You guys have a minute to think about it. Plus, I was check. Oh, you got money.
Are we naming
David
check
March.
PayPal.
David March is now our leader for the janitor prize pack. My man, he dropped $100. What?
You need some. Here, you need sound effects, Andy.
I know. There they are. Thank you, David March.
I just want to let y'all know, with this final topic, I'm glad I lost.
The fans voted it.
audience has
There's always
spoken.
one weird one, and they went with the weird one. All right, here we go. We'll see. So drop your LB, drop your camera out. And we'll pull you back in.
Are we picking a character?
Yeah, you both your characters ready. I'm going to hear you both at the same time. Here, so on a
Like
count
a
of 3,
Terrence
do you each have
Super
do you have a
Chat, real
character in
quick.
your name? In your head, I mean. Have you chosen a character, both of you, to yourself? Do you have one?
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay,
with
you
it.
ready? Hold on. We're gonna say it at the same time. On the count of 3, say your character's name. Whoever says it first gets it. Ready? 3 on 3, 2, 1.
Frodo.
Fighting Mordecai.
Okay, good. We got 2 different ones. Who was that? You said Frodo, yellow,
No, the Mordecai. Oh, you said Frodo.
and he said You said the Orakai, Darth Lunga.
Yeah.
So any General Urukai?
Well,
Like-
they weren't named in the movie. The main one.
I'm just. Which one is
The
that?
first one.
How do you spell that?
The leader.
Urukai. Urukai.
Oh, the big orcs.
Yeah.
Big
You
orcs
are-
that,
the orc
that Saruman
goblin-
made that were half
This
man,
feels
half
racist.
orc.
Yorakai. How you spell it?
Urukai. Urukai. Yeah, I'm a Lord of the Rings nerd. I can't help
Yep.
it.
Here we go. I just want to make sure we get a picture up so people can. This
Just
Oh,
guy.
yeah,
get
good
this
idea.
understanding.
Okay, you guys can't see
Look,
it.
look, he's holding a kid and everything, man. Get that full frontal shot there. End
He's
of the
holding
first
a
verse.
kid
one?
and everything. That's your selling
that.
point.
That's
Look at that,
so. That's
look
what
at
you're
that.
saying.
Yeah.
That's what sold you. He was like, ooh.
All right, we got the
That's gonna be
Orakai.
hilarious.
We got
Listen,
the
we're talking about full
Orakai
frontal nudity. You know that
versus-
man is slanging.
versus
okay?
Frodo.
Are you holding a baby?
versus Frodo. Interesting. All right. Well, I look forward to the reasoning. All right, we're gonna put 10 minutes. Can you still see the timer?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, now it's working good. We got 10 minutes on the clock. Let's make this interesting. You guys voted for it. Winner of this wins the Nerd Wars tonight. Here we go. 10 minutes starts. I'm just going to start the clock. Whoever talks first gets it. Go!
See, here's the
And I'm
thing
gonna
about
go
Lord of the
first.
Rings, guys.
Oh,
Here's
here
the
we
thing
go.
about
We're
Lord of the
just
Rings.
talking
Obviously, Lord of the Rings is a world-renowned, critically acclaimed, incredible series of not only is it a book universe, but those 3 movies that they made in the turn of the millennium, incredible series. The only reason why they got to make the 2nd and 3rd movie is because the characters were so lovable, because that first movie was incredibly boring. Now, let's imagine we're in a world where this movie is incredibly boring because all they do is walk. They literally, they are Pony Express before ponies. They have a package that needs to be delivered, and they just walk for 3 hours. There were about 17 people that followed this one little boy walking for 3 hours. Gollum was following him around, Aragorn, Legolas, Gandalf, the four little creatures that Sauron sent after Frodo. They were following him around. Samwise, Bilbo didn't follow. Gimli, like all of these people were following this little boy. There's one reason why they followed this hobbit for 3 hours of just walking, because he is packing the meatiest of meats. I don't know if you guys have seen The Boys, but the love sausage guy was based off of Frodo. You know, I saw a manuscript actually. Now
That's wrong. That's right.
like
that is a complete.
I didn't
utter
see no
lie.
manuscript.
Fake
And
news.
But the
Fake
only
news.
reason why you would follow a boy of that stature is because he's packing the meats.
All right, Lunga, your turn.
Arby's. He got
No one
meats.
believes. First of all, no one believes Elijah Wood is packing anything. Just I'm gonna get that right off the chest. Okay, no one's believing Elijah Wood is packing anything. No one's believing a 4 foot nothing Elijah Wood in this movie is packing anything. However, the fighting Uruk-hai were created by Sauron the Wise, a mixture of two different races, a form of physical perfection. They come out there, the muscles are pumping, they are in complete shape, they rarely need the rest, they can run forever. You know that man is slanging. You know he's slanging. He not only is he slanging, when he be running by, they were carrying these hobbits on their shoulder, okay? And the other shoulder, you know what they were carrying? They were flipping it over the other shoulder. That's what they're carrying on the other shoulder. These are the kind of gentlemen that women want to see in full frontal, or gay men want to see in full frontal, not Elijah Wood, the Hobbit. And sorry, it's not going to work. It's not going to happen. He is a form of physical perfection, and that is what people want to see when they're talking about full frontal nudity.
All right, is he
Just
correct,
because
guys?
they're big doesn't mean they're big. All right, Shaquille O'Neal, the biggest gentleman you can probably think of. He was what do you call that? Infamously outed as having average meat. Okay, by the glorious original IG thought before IG Corinne Steffens, better known as Superhead. All right, so you know
Forgetting about
she
Kevin Hart.
knows the meat. Shaquille O'Neal has been infamously outed as having average meat. I would imagine these orcs, they probably don't do a whole lot of slinging, as you
Yeah,
so
but here's the thing.
eloquently put it.
Shaquille O'Neal was
So
not
therefore,
created.
they were not created to have something to sling. Now,
do you know
why else would you follow a 4'2" hobbit with gigantic feet, by the way, and furry all over the place, just oozing testosterone? Why would you follow him for 3 hours through the woods up a volcano if he was not packing?
Why? Why?
Do you remember
Because
the
you know
smile that
none of the women are
Samwise
gonna pay
gave
attention to
Frodo
him.
at the end of that movie? Do you remember the smile that Samwise gave Frodo at the end of that movie?
Uh-oh.
It's because they were done, and
No.
Samwise knew exactly what he was going to catch: the
No,
meats.
it wasn't. It wasn't. It's not even true.
And it's not just
not
about
even
women
true.
and gay men. Straight
propaganda.
men also enjoy large meats. You know how I know? Because nobody is checking for the porns with the tiny meats. Not
man.
one person is going up there looking for any of those thick-set tiny meat dudes in the amateur section.
You're
of the
speaking for a
pornography
lot of people. All right, is that a lot of generalities
you
here? Go ahead.
You pull down those pants, you're gonna see just a furry mound of a hobbit mound just sitting there when you pull down his pants. That's all you're gonna see.
You're gonna
Just
confuse
fur.
his leg
Just fur.
for the
You're not
meat.
gonna see. You're gonna be like going through Fangorn Forest.
Right, and just to
trying
echo it,
find-
as a
I'm not getting that
as
close to him. It's just a full frontal shot. We're not touching him. You don't get to touch him, Lunga.
Well, I was gonna say, but as a someone who's not into those, I
Yeah.
still have a curiosity factor, and you're in that. What you're saying is, I would be curious to see what Frodo's is. So from a non-sex point, what curiosity and other reasons, why else would this be the right choice?
Well,
See,
again,
here's the thing about Frodo. All right, I got nothing.
Okay, I'm taking over then. Well, here's the thing about the Uruk-hai.
Uh-oh.
Even non-sexual. When you're talking about Greco-Roman statues, they're talking about the form of physical perfection and beauty. That's what people. You're talking about full frontal. We're not necessarily even talking about the package. We're talking about the form of perfection, of musculature, of proportion.
David
And
had the
that's-
tiniest
and that's
meat
what the fighting
imaginable. So
Uruk-hai
which statues are
have.
you talking about?
They
That
are
was
like
terrible. Guy.
Spartans.
I don't.
They are like
Please, go ahead.
Spartans.
Continue.
Beauty. People make statues over them. No one's gonna make a little miniature hobbit.
Every
statue.
single one of those Greek Greco-Roman statues had tiny meats, fam. And if that's what you're looking for in your
Oh,
Uruk-hai,
you're going back with
please
that
go
again?
ahead.
We're
You
not
can
talking
have
about
that.
I
But
said
Frodo is
meats
out here
aside.
packing
We said
the
meats
meats,
aside.
fam. Let me ask you a question.
Physical perfection.
There's a reason why Frodo had to carry the ring and put it on his finger every once in a while. You see what I'm saying? Because he couldn't
'Cause he
hide
had
it
nothing to
around
carry
the
down
meat.
there, so he
It
had the
just
room.
wasn't large enough. You just can't get around that, Joe.
No, he had the room. If he had meat, he wouldn't have been able to carry both birds.
Gollum
He
wasn't
only could
talking
carry
about
one.
the ring when he was talking about my precious. He wasn't following Frodo around for the ring, fam. He wanted the meats.
No.
And here's the thing, right?
Okay, Arby. That's not what we're looking at.
We know that the
meats.
hobbits is like rabbits, man. They're very virile. You know what I'm saying? Like they're super fertile.
Oh, great.
They
So
just
have
go
sex
around
20 times
procreating
in
All
30
right,
all the
seconds.
time.
all right.
That's
We have
wonderful.
4 minutes
They
now.
get
Tell
busy.
me now. Put it as a scene in the movie. All right, play me the scene. You each have a
Jesus
minute.
Christ.
How is the scene gonna play,
Christ.
and why am I gonna want to watch the scene? We'll start with you, Lunga. Go ahead.
All right, so there's the battle when the hobbits are in the first when Boromir betrays them and the fighting Uruk-hai come and they're coming to take them all and Boromir is trying to fight them off and he's getting shot with arrows. He doesn't know what to do, and then the leader comes through. The pack breaks through, and he comes through just like the Old Spice commercial. He comes through, and he's just naked, glistening, muscles going, and Boromir's just on the ground, and he's like, I cannot win. I cannot win. The beauty is overcoming. It is too much for me. And he gets that final arrow through the head, and the Uruk-hai just grunts and goes, "Huh," and just walks away with his buns just pulsating as he walks out of the scene.
Pulsating buns. All right, fine, sure. We just had a chase scene. All right, everybody was just running for whatever reason. Arwen is there. Arwen is there. Some hobbits are there. Gandalf is there. They just had a chase scene. They just got somewhere safe. They're a little bit dirty. They want to clean up. Arwen, they all split off to their special places along the creek where they get to clean themselves. Right. Arwen just happens to accidentally sneak up on where Frodo is. She doesn't realize it at first. Frodo, because he's very small, he's hidden below the reeds. All right. Then he starts to climb out of the creek from washing himself. He doesn't know, you know what I'm saying? He's looking at the ring. He's holding it in his hand. He's gently caressing the ring. He's walking. The meat is just swinging, knocking against his knees. Arwen just catches a peek of it. And then she goes to turn away, but she kind of looks back and says, oh. And then that's it, man. We cut to the next scene. That's how it happens. Anyway.
Can I just say
That's it. That's it.
both of
Oh,
those scenes
that
suck.
all could be interpreted in so many ways. That's that's how it could be interpreted.
That's not how I said it.
That's how minutes watching would
Last
say it.
2 minutes.
Oh.
Last chance,
And Liv
guys.
Tyler,
Full
she gets
frontal.
the little pouty mouth thing that she does. Liv Tyler, she does that little
Listen,
pouty.
Liv Tyler runs up and marries Aragorn, a real man. Not
Oh,
Frodo.
sure,
Frodo
absolutely.
does
No,
not-
she goes home with Aragorn. Sure,
No.
she goes home with Aragorn.
No.
But Frodo is
No.
the mistake she makes
No.
before the
you
wedding.
Want a good example? Because none of them are married, okay? But the only marriage we see is one of the hobbits in Hobbiton who has a wife who he's trying to laugh, and she's like hitting him and smacking him. The wives are not satisfied in Hobbiton. Okay,
Minute and a
the
half.
wives are not satisfied in Hobbiton. They don't. This is not what they want to see. The
That's
topic
because
is
Frodo
who needs
has.
to be
I'm not saying that all
frontal
of the
nudity.
hobbits have the meats. I'm saying Frodo has the meats. That's why he was the chosen one.
Great, but
That's why
meats
he
is
was
not
the
all it
only
is.
one who
You gotta
could
have the
carry
full
the ring
package.
because
You gotta
he
have the
got
full
the
package.
meats, fam.
You gotta have the full package, not just the meat.
All right, we got 1 minute. We got about 1 minute left. Last chance. Go quickly.
It's far more intriguing to catch Kevin Hart out here with the schlong than it is to catch Shaquille O'Neal with the schlong. That's all I'm saying, fam. Like you're
All I'm
way
saying-
more intrigued. That's why Arwen would turn and
1
look and
minute.
stop and say, "Oh."
Oh no! Oh, what I'm saying is Kevin Hart came on stage and said that he was standing next to Shaquille O'Neal, and that thing just kept hitting him in the head. Bunk, bunk, bunk. That would be Frodo.
It was a small thing that was hitting him
now,
on the
again,
top of his
You
head.
want
It's
to focus
because
on the
Shaquille
meat?
O'Neal
Go
is
ahead and
8
focus on
feet
the meat.
tall.
The thing is, the meat is speculation. We can say who has a bigger meat, who doesn't. But we're talking about the whole package. We're asking who wants a full frontal,
talking about what whole package?
frontal,
The full frontal
nudity,
shot?
everything. You need the whole body. You need the muscles. You need the abs. You need the physical specimen that is the fighting Uruk-hai, not the
30 seconds.
scrawny ass little
I
hobbit.
remember
that is
just
Elijah
a
Wood.
little while
Nobody
ago,
needs to
all
see that.
across the
Nobody wants to see
internet,
that.
there was an
Nobody
image.
wants to see that.
I remember just a little while ago, all across the internet, there was an image of a very, very large Uruk-hai-looking man with a very, very large meat. There was nothing spectacular about it. People would send it to each other on their emails, and they would say, "Oh my gosh, why would you send me this? That's kind
This
of
is
amazing."
slander.
Then they would go
This
on
is
about their
slander.
day.
This is
Imagine
slander.
if you had a tiny one, a
5,
little person,
4.
Ask
a small
yourselves, people,
guy
do you want to
who
see Elijah
also
Wood
is
naked?
packing
Who
the
wants to
meat.
see Elijah
If
Wood
it's a
naked?
third
Ask
leg
yourself
down
that.
there,
And time. Whoa. That was just
Frodo with the
so
third leg.
weird. I can't believe we did that for 10 minutes. But we did. We
We had
committed.
to argue Borat and
LB, if you're still on the stream, you can come back. He might have left. But Chris,
he
no,
was
all
out
right,
there
good.
too hard.
I don't know how to
see-
judge this one, man.
I'm
Look,
seeing a lot of eggplants and shit.
Throw there and there. Yeah, interesting choices. The topic is too long. Throw in the straw poll. There it is. All right, LB, I need your help on this. I don't know where to go. Look, as someone who does no judgment, I'm not into looking at dudes. It's not my thing. More power to people who are. For me, it would be more of that curiosity or like how is it handled in the film. So I'm judging based off of what I heard. And there were two senses, right? There was like a big moment where he's just a big dude, just it's there and we see his buns. There was a weird, at the same time, the pulsating buns. And then we had the Frodo one where it was like, oh, he's doing it and whatever. And then she sees it and goes, oh, and walks away. I got to say, both scenes were underwhelming. But I, from a curiosity standpoint, Lunga kept saying no one wants to see. I don't want to see either of them, but I kind of can assume what the Orcais is going to look like, and it's going to look like an Orca. I'm kind of curious, like, does a Hobbit have a bigger one, a little one? I would be, just out of curiosity's sake, like I said, I gotta go with Yellow's argument there. If I was going to look at two, and I had two on the monitor, and I could only look at one monitor, based off what I heard and everything else, I gotta pick Frodo. LB, do you want to say anything?
Man, look, all I remember from this
Thank you, Stormy.
debate was my man Yellow talking about meat just swinging and knocking me. I'm going with Frodo.
Frodo, there it is. All right, well, let's see what the poll says. And Stormy, thank you, Stormy. I never thought I would see this full frontal debate. Now I can't look at Lord of the Rings the same again. Thank you to my favorite fellows for keeping me laughing and entertained. We have the meats. Thank you. Hey, sometimes you just got to go Team Sus. All right.
Sometimes
This was.
just lean into the.
We love it. No judgment here. All right, here we go. Based off, we're gonna give Yellow our votes. Let's see if the audience agrees with us. Ooh, it's way closer than I thought it would be. Although there's not a lot of votes. Last chance to vote in there.
Yeah,
But
where's
it
the
looks-
vote, yo? Don't be afraid.
looks
to
like
comment
Yellow-
on people's beats.
Yellow might
Here's
take
the
it.
poll for like the fourth time.
Ooh, here it is.
Come on,
At
guys.
the end of the
There
day,
you
the
go.
poll doesn't really matter, but it is a unanimous decision. Yellow wins the Nerd War.
Redemption for Yellow.
I got the meats, baby.
Yellow has got the meats. Bravo. LB's like
We will
disgusted.
tomorrow on the Great Council.
Jesus Christ.
It's like, what did I
Tune
sign
in.
up for? Well, that's what it is. The show we always get a little weird at the last part. So thank you guys so much. Yellow, you get the first plug as today's winner. Go ahead, plug away. What do you want to send people to?
Man, guess what, guys? You know where to find me at. Yellow Does It on YouTube, son. We're going to have at least a couple of videos coming out every week. You can catch me streaming with the gang where I get together with my real life homies and talk about everything that's going on in the world. Anything and everything is available. So there may be the Meats Talk if you were interested by that. If you were not interested by that, don't worry. Some of my homies will absolutely no homo us to death. I'm also on the Great Council 5 days a week. You can check us out there if you want to catch the continuation of this Frodo versus Urukai Meats Talk.
Dude,
you can catch us there tomorrow.
This is
3
it. Yellow.
p.m.
Come on, you have 80. Can we get 20 subscribers over there just to help them get to 100?
That's it. Just get me up to the 100
Let's
so
get
I can
to
have the customizable.
Yeah,
YouTube
get them to
link
100.
thing.
We got 181 people watching. If you were enjoyed, he
High
won.
quality content.
Let's
on
get him
there.
20 subscribers to get him over the hump to 100. That seems
I
fair.
mean,
Thank
look
you
at that
very much,
thumbnail
Mr.
for
Singer.
Raya the Last Dragon. Look at that thumbnail for Raya the Last Dragon.
Yeah.
Come on, look at
Work,
that thumbnail.
boy.
Why, did you make it or something? It's a little busy for me.
Yeah.
Lunga's
You know, you
like,
could have just
he likes-
sold it, Andy.
He likes to
Ooh,
throw so many things
You're
on
trying to
it.
convince people for 20 subs.
They're
You could've just sold it.
small. Well, no. Anyway, but it's you go for the content. So let's get some people over there. 80 subs. We can get that to 100. 100 of you go on over. I just put the link out there for you guys to. I didn't put the link out. That's why they're not there. They're like, how do I get there? Here it is. Go on over, give him a sub since he won. He gets the full plug. Let's see if he gets 20 subs for winning. And also, Great Council, you can go subscribe over there since he shows up to Darth Daddy Lungas.
Yeah, Great Council guys. Like I said, he's my co-host. He's there every day with me when we're doing stuff. So,
Sorry
he's
about that.
He is half of the show. But yeah, definitely, obviously, subscribe to his. We need to get his up there where it needs to be.
We
So
finally
there's
got
that.
you over
There's-
the 1,000. That's a good. Yeah, we're there. So there it is. Thank you. Anything else you want to say, Lunga?
Yeah, and my comic book Isadora and the Immortal Chains, it's a Lovecraftian comic book. The campaign did end. However, the pre-order store is still open while I go towards fulfillment. So until the end of November, the pre-order store is open. You can pick up any of the comic books, any of the covers. We need to show that NSFW portrait of Isadora.
Go
that's
check
on
it
there
out,
as
yeah.
well. And
You send me the link.
other
I'll put it.
merchandise as well. I threw the link in there. Already.
I'll put the link in there. Make sure you guys check it out. But check it
Joe
out.
the Missy titties.
And then Lonely Banter, my man. Thank you. It's so fun to have you. Now that you get a little sense of it, we'll get you back. Hopefully, you'll get a little better. Here it is. Go support the Lonely Banter over on YouTube at the Lonely Banter. Anything else? You got a Mandalorian watch party coming along, right? You're doing that at 3 a.m. Good for you.
Yeah, we're gonna do Mandalorian. That's my thing.
Whew,
so it's gonna
I'm
be a lot of
excited.
fun. Thank you for having me on. It was fun, even though I was set up by Yellow.
Yeah, dude. But I'm a fan of your stuff.
Call it a setup. If it's the opposing force, is it a setup? If I'm opposing you,
You set me up.
Yellow was set up the last time he did a nerd.
let's
War.
talk about it.
Yeah, it all comes around. And I never win. I never
By the
win on my own
powers that
show.
be.
Just like movie fights. It's finally starting to feel like movie fights because I always lose. No, it's fun.
Yeah, you did it. You haven't won yet.
As long as it's fun. And awesome. Thank you guys. And for my plug, go check out The Janitor. We're going to watch it right now. So don't go anywhere if you're watching live. If you missed it, become a member, guys. Join today. If you're not a member, trust me, this one's worth it. This is like a rental. You're going to get a full feature horror movie. I don't want to spoil it, but I'm telling you, you do not know what you're in for with this movie. I promise you, I'm not overhyping this. This movie is insane. It is insane. I know I'm seeming overhyping it. You're going to watch and go, what the hell did you do, Andy? Not from like, oh, it's so bad. It's gross and weird, and there are some surprises in store. So come, stay tuned. I'm hyping it up so you guys stick around and watch the rest of this tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can click the members only community tab if you're a member. Join today. Join the community. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Stay tuned for more here on Popcorn Planet. Don't go anywhere if you're watching live. If you're watching on the tape, hit that subscribe button or click on one of these other videos. And Lois is a
That
worse
laugh
mom
was
for
crazy.
sure.